Good morning. Apologize for the late start, but we did have exec before the meeting. At this time, we'll call to order the Hamilton County Drainage Board for a public meeting of October 27, 2025. Let the record reflect. We have a quorum of members, Harebrant and Altman in person, and Dillinger online. We'll be trying to remember to do roll call votes, but I guarantee you between all of us, we will have a couple missteps because it's difficult. Okay, first item on the agenda, we don't have minutes. First item are a couple of public hearings. The first is Little Eagle Creek, Horace Brindle Arm, Kimblewick, Section 10.
Yes, before you is petition and plans filed by Pulte Homes of Indiana for the proposed reconstruction of the Horace Brindle regulated drain in Westfield, Indiana as a part of Kimblewick Section 10. The proposal will involve the reconstruction of two segments of the Horace Brindle regulated drain, and that will include the Horace Brindle Arm 1 and Horace Brindle Arm 2. There's off-site reconstruction that ultimately connects to the Little Eagle Creek drain to the northwest downstream, and at this time our office recommends approval.
Couple preliminary questions before we open the public hearing. Has the developer secured easements for the all
All of the off-site areas are within existing
regulated drain?
regulated drain easements. There are reductions that are being proposed, and then there's also portions where it's just remaining the
But it is
same.
existing within?
All existing easements, yep.
Very good. At this time, we'll open for public hearing, Little Eagle Creek, Horace Brindle Arm, Kimblewick, Section 10. Would anyone care to address the board? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close the public hearing.
Motion to approve, Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. All in favor? Roll call. Okay, you need to call out our names and then we answer.
I didn't know. So
I know you haven't done this before.
Commissioner Altman.
Aye.
Okay. Commissioner Harebrant.
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
There you go. We got it.
Awesome.
We can have a cadence now.
You might be louder because you're going to have to hear yourself when you do the minutes.
Sure.
You're going to have to get closer to the mic.
Next item for
Like
public
here.
hearing is Little Eagle Creek, Stevens and Clark Arm, Finley Creek Estates, reconstruction.
Yes, before you is a petition and plans also filed by Pulte Homes of Indiana for the proposed reconstruction of portions of the Stevenson Clark regulated drain in Westfield, Indiana as a part of the proposed Finley Creek subdivision. The project will involve reconstruction of the regulated drain across Finley Creek and off-site to the east to the Atwater subdivision at 193rd and Casey Road. Like the previous project, this is all within existing easements, and there's reconstructions on the site itself and then off-site. And at this time, the surveyor's office recommends approval.
And again, to clarify, on your report, one of the parcels is showing an owner as owner, and then the change is change. What are we doing? At least the report we got. Second page.
That line can be struck out. That's just the headers. If you go up to the very top, it's just a duplicate. So what those do is describe each column.
Okay,
It's a-
so
it's a-
just mark through and initial that for us, please,
Yes.
so we have a good record.
Yes, that's just a typo.
Okay. At this time, we'll open for public hearing, Little Creek, Eagle Creek, Stevens and Clark Arm, Finley Creek Estates reconstruction. Would anyone care to address the board? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close the public hearing.
Motion to approve Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. All in favor?
Roll call.
Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger,
Aye.
Motion
Good job.
carries. Next item for public hearing, Adams Township drains road acreage.
Yes, attached are the revised assessment rolls for the roadway acreage within Adams Township. The town of Sheridan has annexed the entire Adams Township. The road acreage was previously assessed to the Hamilton County Highway Department and will now be assessed to the town of Sheridan. And as part of that, we audited all of the roadway acreage and recalculated and brought everything so it's consistent and accurate for Adams Township to start paying within the 2026 assessment.
Okay, so they basically got a year free.
Actually, they are, my understanding, I asked Janet about it, and I thought they did pay this year. So
I'm not sure how they'd know.
I think that what they've done, they're paying on however it is today. So these revisions to the acreage would come into effect in 2026, but for 2025, they're paying on the acreage as it's established today.
Okay, well, like I said,
Do you know what the increase is?
It is really, it's across the board, Commissioner Dillinger, that I do not have that totaled up.
okay, but this is the final, because we did some other revisions. This is the final revision on Adams Township, correct?
For the road acreage. I'm not
Okay.
aware of any other efforts.
If we could have a total for next meeting, that'd be
Yes.
helpful. To see what the changes are, so Highway can look at their budget and Sheridan has theirs. It's just easier, I think, for both entities if we have totals.
Yes.
So at this time, we'll hold for public hearing Adams Township drains, the reallocation of roadway assessments for drainage maintenance. Would anyone care to address the board? Seeing and hearing none, we'll close the public hearing.
Motion to approve Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Thank you. Motion carries. Next item is set bid dates for 11/24/2025.
Yes, this is a request for the surveyor's office to advertise to take bids for the 2026 annual maintenance contracts. This includes the customary televising, power jetting, and vacuum cleaning, and then rural work orders, and then urban work orders. So we would request approval to advertise to accept bids on the 24th day of November, 2025 at 9 a.m.
Motion to approve Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Passes. We have one hearing request, HG Kenyon Drain.
Yes, before you is a petition filed by Epcon Communities, along with plans, calculations, and assessment rule for the HG Kenyon Drain Silo Ranch Section 2 arm to be located in Washington Township. It'll be at the northwest corner of 161st and US 31. It's just for a couple hundred feet of open ditch, which is a tributary of the Section 1 arm that was approved recently. And again, this is just a request for a hearing. We recommend that the board set a hearing for the proposed drain for December 22nd, 2025.
Motion to approve Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Oh, scratch that. Second meeting in January instead.
Okay. Motion to approve Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Oh, roll call.
Or roll call, I'm sorry.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Passes. Variance requests. First one is Sly Run. I just have a preliminary question on this.
Yes.
When we have the alterations on specific lots,
Correct.
do we normally put it on the lot owner? One of the conditions on second page 4, that the maintenance is on the lot owners. For some reason, I thought it was on the HOA.
I believe it is supposed to be on the HOA. That was the language that we were given to include when a floodplain affects a lot. But I tend to agree that it may be a bit confusing, and it looks like it says for the lot owners and not the owners of the floodplain compensatory storage area. I would think tweaking that might help clarify that.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did.
I think you need to clarify it.
Yeah, I think what it should state is that it's the responsibility of the owner of the floodplain compensatory storage area to do the maintenance of that. I think that would,
Yeah, instead of a lot owner. I mean, it gives a connotation because it calls out a specific lot that had the fill on it.
and yes, and then it
And
says.
that's where I picked up is, do they have to take care of it? And that's very inequitable.
I agree. I was going through that when I was preparing this, but this was a standard language that had been used previously, so we'll change that for future.
Well, let's change it on this to
Yes.
revise it in the final order, that it'll be incumbent upon the lot associations. And if,
I will change that and revise the staff report that gets recorded.
okay, that's
So
right.
that would
Great,
be
okay.
corrected. This particular floodplain variance is on Sly Run and is associated with Montclair. Section 1, we have representatives from, for the project who would like to address the board at this time.
Okay. Hello, if you'd state your name and who you represent.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Grant Shortridge with Kinley Horn, 500 East 96th Street, Indianapolis. Brian Nunn with MI Homes is also here with me. This request is associated with the proposed Montclair subdivision along Little Chicago Road, about 0.7 miles north of Indiana 32. We are requesting a variance from the ordinance regarding fill in the floodplain, as Steve noted. The purpose is because there's an existing road cut along Little Chicago Road. So in order to maintain that road cut, we have to install our entrance drive there, resulting in about 285 cubic yards of fill. To offset that fill, we're proposing approximately 927 cubic yards of cut along Sly Run, resulting in a proposed cut-to-fill ratio of 3.08 to 1. As Steve noted, there are a couple of recommendations on here, which we're happy to incorporate into our plans in the secondary plat, and we appreciate your consideration.
Okay.
Thank you.
This has been reviewed by our consultant, Brian Powers of Clark Dietz, and one item that was on the staff report, it said that a permit will be obtained from the Indiana Department of Natural Resources Division of Water for construction of the floodway. Actually, this is outside the floodway. It's in the floodplain fringe, so this is a moot point. No permit is required from DNR for this particular project.
So that'll be stricken from your report.
That will be stricken from my report.
Okay.
And this is your recommendation? after
Recommendation
reviewing it?
is
With
for-
the conditions
With the
placed,
conditions.
with conditions.
other than the permit.
Motion to approve Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Very good. You have your variance. Second one is William Lair Drain approval. At last meeting needs signature.
Yes, at the last meeting, we approved the variance, but we missed signing the actual variance agreement and present that here today for full execution by the Drainage Board.
There we go. Next item. Final reports, which you have a bunch.
Yes, the first final report is for the Cossin Klepfer drain fill in the floodplain variance. This is the inspector's final report for fill. This dates back to 2023, that the fill in the floodplain was approved. And we have inspected the mitigation as well as had Christopher Burke verify that the cut and fill ratio was satisfied as built. And we recommend that the board consider this fill in the floodplain variance complete and acceptable.
Motion to approve, Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger,
Aye.
Okay, it is approved.
The next one is the reconstruction of the Wheeler Beals John Wheeler Arm as part of I-Beach. I-Beach has been before the board several times over the last few years. Attached to the as-built certificate and completion and compliance and other information from the developer, an inspection of the drainage facilities for this section has been made, and the facilities were found to be complete and acceptable. There was a change, which is outlined in the report, and there was also a non-enforcement approved. Recommend that the board approve the drain as complete and acceptable.
Motion to approve, Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger,
Aye.
It passes. We also have Thistlethwaite Drain, Maple Run, Section 7, relocation.
Yes, this will drain the Aaron Rawlings Arm. This is associated with Maple Run, Section 7 in Sheridan. Attached to the as-built certificate and completion and compliance and other information for Maple Run, Section 7. An inspection of the drainage facilities for this section has been made, and the facilities were found to be complete and acceptable. There were some changes during construction, and the final as-built length is described in the report. Non-enforcement was approved, and sureties provided, and the surveyor's office recommends that the drain be considered complete and acceptable.
Motion to approve, Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Very good. Now we move on to non-enforcements. I believe 1 through 8 are recommended for approval by the surveyor's office. Does the board have any questions on those?
No. Motion to approve 1 through 8 on the non-enforcements. Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Discussion. Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
These pass. We have the last one is recommended for denial. Who's going to present?
Yes, that final non-enforcement is for a proposed garage that would be encroaching into the Mary Wilson regulated drain, roughly this area right here. This is the easement limits, and then that's the Mary Wilson drain, and I believe at the most, it would be encroaching 20 feet into the regulated drain easement. And our office recommended denial because we're kind of the opinion we try to avoid allowing for non-enforcements that involve structures with foundations in the easements. That's kind of that's our position, but the property owners and the contractor are here. I believe they have some photographs to show us.
Well, okay, you're going to indicate where, I think we have depictions of it
Yeah.
in our packet. And before you start, the stuff I saw looked like it was encroaching on a building line, a setback. Is that accurate or not, or is the information just not clear in my packet?
As far as the setback requirement, I don't know.
I did not look at that specifically, so I cannot say.
I think that's important to know.
Yeah.
Looking at this, I get so focused on art easements that sometimes, but, yeah, according to what appears to be the plot plan, it's labeled as a 40-foot building setback line, so yes, that's what it appears to encroach in the building setback line.
So it'll be a-
And if that is the case, do you have permission to encroach in the building setback?
That's incorrect, actually.
Okay.
So that's the front setback, we'd be behind it.
If you could state your name.
Oh, sorry, I'm Mike Rocchio, I'm with Beckley Building Group. I submitted for the Hendersons. Yeah, that 40-foot line right here, the garage would start behind that. It's back here. So,
But this is the 40-foot
yeah,
building
yeah,
setback line.
and see how it's behind it?
Oh, I see what you're saying. It's not a side yard, it's a front yard. I apologize. That is a front yard setback, so no. It is
And we're-
purely within the drainage easement.
Okay,
Okay.
Thank you.
this is good. Because I
Yeah,
thought, we got another jump to make.
It looked like, to me, it was dimensioned off the side lot, is what it looked like. So, yes.
So, okay, we're good there.
Okay,
And so I guess our argument would be, or our request, they're currently working on, sorry.
They're currently working on the drain now. So you can see their house. I'll move this around a little bit.
yeah, point things out to
Yes,
us.
so, pins, it's my fat fingers here. There's their current home, and the new garage would be here. Here's the drain. And then they're currently, I'm not sure what they're doing, but they're working on the drain, have been for a while. This is the other side. So you have from here, and then I'll get another picture, there's a little bit for you. Zoom out. Oh, look at that.
plenty of room.
Yeah, I know. And you got a walking path.
Yeah,
Yes, and the other side has and here's the other side, on their side, there's a walking path there. But their addition would be about right in here. So you'd still have all of this room, plus the walking path, plus the area, and then into the drain. And then, like I said, they're already using the other side, because it makes sense because it's all common area.
Yeah, I understand your
Yeah.
point, and I kind of wondered the same thing. The only question I had was the interpretation of where the setback was, and that's been clarified. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve the non-enforcement for the Mary Wilson Drain Henderson Garage.
Second.
And I assume that's conditioned if, for some act of God, we had to get in there, you would suffer the risk of loss on the garage.
Yeah,
Yes.
include that in my
So that's a
motion.
commitment of the owner? Very good.
And if I could add one condition, that this is communicated to subsequent owners and title.
Yes.
So they don't purchase it not knowing that.
So you'll
it's
also
subject to
have a
removal.
deed restriction on there?
Yes.
Any transfer document will indicate that commitment.
Yes.
And if you can get that transfer document to the surveyor's office so legal can review it.
Okay, roll call?
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Okay.
Cool, awesome. Thank you.
Thank you for coming today, too. Should be violations.
Okay, good. Things are busy. Next item are violations. William Lear.
Yes, this is just an FYI to the board that last week, the previously recommended IDDE fine letter be sent out to Montalina out in Noblesville off of Greenfield Avenue. This letter was sent out. There's a due date for fine payment of October 31st, 2025. And once we pass that date, hopefully check in hand, we'll report back to the drainage board on that outcome.
What's our due date? Sorry.
October 31st, so Friday.
So you've had communication, have they called in or anything else from the letter?
No communication, crickets.
Let's resend the letter, just stamp a copy to make sure they get it.
Yes.
So I
And we did
assume
email it to them as
our
well.
next action would be to put it on the assessment rolls for property taxes payable
Okay,
if it's not paid.
understood.
Okay, next item.
Yes, this is in the Springs of Cambridge drain. We became aware of a concrete apron on Lot 220 in the Springs of Cambridge. The concrete apron and possibly pool piping apparently encroach into the regulated drain easement that exists on the lot. The improvements were installed without the approval of the Hamilton County Drainage Board and is a violation of various county codes. This letter shall serve as notice of violation per county ordinance. So we wanted, this is just an FYI to let the board know that we have started enforcement action. And to date, I believe the letter's gone out, but I have not heard, we have not received a response from the lot owner.
Okay, clarification. On the back of page 1, there's a note from Jerry Liston.
Correct. At the time, they were not proposing, when they first talked to our office, they were not proposing any encroachments. So we took no action, and then we found that the pool had been constructed within the easement. So something changed where it was built, not what was represented when we made the initial determination that nothing was needed from our office.
So the pool and decking were constructed outside of the area first presented to the surveyor's office in 2023, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, I just wanted that to be a record.
Yes.
All righty. There are no spills, no acceptances of sureties or releases of sureties, change orders.
Yes, this is change order number 2 for the Mary Wilson Oak Park Drain reconstruction. As construction progressed, there was an unmarked sanitary line was discovered, and it's actually a force main. A lot of the lots in the subdivision, their sanitary sewer is served by a small local force main system. And it was necessary to repair that line. It is customary for us to repair laterals. We usually carry that in the contract, but in this case, we did not know it was there, and it wasn't even marked. But this is a change order for that repair, $1,775.35.
Okay. Is there a motion to accept that change order?
Motion to accept. Harebrant.
Second, Dillinger.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Okay. On through. Construction updates.
Yes, I will run down these. Clarinot drain, I had planned to have a meeting with Carmel. At the board's request at the last meeting, I had reached out to Carmel about the several property owners at the very southern end of Central Avenue that are not in favor of the project. And reached out to Carmel. They were to discuss their opinion on that section of the project, but I had to move the meeting Friday, and I'm scheduled to meet with them this week to discuss that. In the interim, I did talk with our contractor, which is Morphe, to see if they could start on another section of the project, and they are looking at that. As we discussed at the last meeting, this section of the project, so Central Avenue at the southern end, is separate from the rest of the project. There's 3 distinct areas in the project, and I still feel we need to move forward with the other 2. I mean, they still have significant drainage problems, and that's why I asked the contractor to see if they could move forward with those other 2 sections. We actually did get a phone call from a resident in the 103rd area, so north of this Central Avenue area, wanting to know the status of the project because his street floods. So still trying to get that project moving.
So how many people are in that shed or affected by that drainage?
That I have not counted the lots.
I think we talked about being concerned about cutting it out without having a public hearing.
Absolutely. I think we would need to.
Yeah.
We would need to.
Well,
But I
let's
wanted
move
to.
forward with that.
Yeah, I think we need to have one.
I wanted to get Carmel's opinion.
Well, yeah, okay. We'll go ahead and
And
get
get
that,
that, and
assuming
then-
they,
And I have a note for that we would want to have a public
Okay,
information.
yeah.
Because as Commissioner Altman said, these are just 6 people. I mean, if I had to guess, there's 40, 50 other lots, if not more.
I just want to make sure we give them every opportunity to talk.
Yes, absolutely. Cool Creek Drain, I have asked Luther to help me finish that out, and he has started looking at that. It's been done for some time, and not to throw Jerry Liston out there, but this was something he was working on before he decided to re-retire, so we're just trying to figure that out, what is left to close that out. Mary Wilson Oak Park Drain, so that is the one, actually, the gentleman that just requested the garage encroachment, that is where that drain is, and that work does continue. They are north of Habig Fields. They have moved through Oak Park. They have started to move up into the Oak Park subdivision, which is on the north side of the Habig Fields, and that work continues to proceed. Commissioner Harebrant was asking about some of the crossings across Habig and then south into Grassy Branch, and we are going to follow up. Luther was going to ask the contractor for a cost. We just haven't gotten it a cost for replacing the crossing on Grassy Branch, whether that would be the brick pavers that were there, asphalt or concrete. So, and I also did reach out to Habig Fields about the pedestrian crossings. So
Good.
I'm going to continue to work with, her name is Meg, on what those crossings will actually look like. I'm an engineer, everything's gray and black. I don't do, sometimes don't do the pretty, but we'll try to get them something that works and is actually able to be constructed. So Hortonville, the change order is complete and the contractor we're reviewing the shop drawings for that. So they're looking to get started at the 1st of November, which is coming up. AF Engelman Drain reconstruction, Ashley saw an email this morning from our contractor wanting to get out there and get remobilized to finish that project up. William Weir Drain, J.S. McCarty Phase 3 reconstruction, my understanding is that project is substantially complete, so we will be scheduling a final walkthrough to establish a punch list. West Arcadia Miller Arm of the Wilson Nagel Drain, we are still requiring easements for that. Emily Vestal Drain reconstruction, my understanding is that our contractor is going to finish up the Mary Wilson Oak Park Drain and then mobilize to start the Emily Vestal Drain. Elwood Wilson Drain, Craig Holler and Arm reconstruction, we still are waiting for a start date from our contractor. We had figured he got to a point where he was waiting for the crops to come out while the crops are out, so we'll follow up to see what his schedule is. 10, the Anchorage Drain reconstruction. This one, we're waiting to acquire a temporary access easement from Mr. McKinney, And those negotiations are ongoing. I answered some questions from Tim Knapp, who's managing that process for the county. Mr. McKinney had some questions, and I answered those on Friday. So hopefully we're getting close with formalizing that temporary access easement so we can get in there and do that project.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pending final report, William Lair.
Yes, this is another one that Jerry was working on, and I am picking up that, and we'll get that completed. It's been a pending report for quite some time, but that project's been done for quite some time.
That's
So
good. At
we
least
will-
it's done.
We'll get the report done.
Okay. The attorney, we've reviewed where we're going on with pending items. Pending items from the surveyor's standpoint on the update.
Yes. We are writing letters. I've reached out again on number one. I've reached out again to Mr. David Compton about that. And we are drafting letters for 4 and 5 at the request of the board, indicating that they need to sign the variance requests. We haven't done that in writing so far, but we're going to do that, and that's with Carmel, City of Carmel Water Utility. Elwood Wilson Drain, 1532 South Street. We did make an offer. We have not heard back from the landowner.
Might add, I talked to Tim Knapp, and he's talked to the property owner, not only with the offer, and she says she's not moving, she can't afford to go anywhere else. That house is within the easement, and sooner or later will be damaged, but there's nothing more we can do. And I told him to preserve that offer letter, so if subsequent legal issues would arise, we're covered.
Do we have anything we can preserve with respect to her response?
I'll talk to Tim and see if we can get it in the records,
Yeah.
the Elwood Wilson drain, so we'll have duplicate, we'll have land act. If Tim goes, I don't know what we do, that's the least of our problems. We're gonna have a lot of problems, but.
No, but I think it's important to document her response.
Yeah.
That she received the offer, considered it, and denied it.
Yeah, and I think Tim followed through with that verbally, so I'll talk to him about getting the whole package and we can get it in.
Okay.
See if we get something in writing.
Get it in the Elwood Wilson docket.
We may have to draft a letter for her to sign.
I don't think she's gonna sign
I
it.
doubt that
That's
she'll be
right.
responsive,
No,
but-
Tim had personal contact with her, and she was not going to accept that offer and had no counteroffer.
Okay.
I'll talk to Tim, make sure he documents that for your file.
Number 7 was addressed today, so that can be taken off of the list. We talked about the Anchorage Drain reconstruction. That will come off the list once we have the temporary access easement from Mr. McKinney. And the Clarinauts Parkwood Drive vacation, we have reached out. So this was a vacation request from the City of Carmel down at 96th and College, actually just north of 96th and College at the entrance to Parkwood. They are constructing a roundabout, and they had to reconstruct a lot of the drainage there. We have asked for some exhibits and some outline from the City of Carmel to present back to the board, and we have not yet received that. So this remains open, and we'll continue to work with Carmel to have them put a summary together for the board.
Well, the reconstruction will be part of the regulated drain, subject to their maintenance of it?
That's what we'd have to work out. So right now, they're proposing just vacating the drain altogether. If we want to maintain.
Where's our water go?
So the water, it would now it drains to a regulated drain system. That same water would now just go to a City of Carmel maintained drainage network. Is there, all of the drainage is being maintained, albeit a different path, but
I just want to
the
make
area
sure
will
we
still
have
be served.
positive outflow on a drain we control.
We do. This is an arm that drains to our regulated drain. And that acreage that's served, if we were to vacate it, it would merely, the same acreage would be served by the city of Carmel versus our regulated drain. It doesn't affect what I'll call the main drain, the main Clarinets. This is an arm. So, but I wanted to put an exhibit together, and I want the city of Carmel to do that, so we just
Right,
haven't seen that
I just want to make
yet.
sure we're all in the same place,
Yeah.
and we have a place for our water to go, and they can take care of.
Correct. The county drainage will be maintained through the main drain, and one of the things that we did look at in consideration of this request from Carmel is the acreage still being served, albeit by a city drain now versus regulated drain, and it is, so that service is still there. The acreage won't be cut off.
Okay. Anything else to come before the board?
If I could, real quick, going back to the attorney drainage items, I know before we discussed the Allen non-enforcement, she did sign and return that. And we also discussed, I think, Gary assessing a fine, so since she's returned that.
Oh, yes, I have not assessed the fine, so.
Okay, so since we have that, we won't do that, right?
Has the board decreed a fine in public record,
I believe we did
in prior meetings?
in a prior meeting, but it was 15 days after she received the letter we sent.
Let's go ahead on the record and rescind that fine.
Right, okay.
Motion to rescind the fine.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call?
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Aye.
Very good.
Thank you. And so we can take that item number 5 of the Drainage Board attorney pending items off the list.
We're making progress
We
on
are
our
making
list.
progress. Absolutely.
Very good. Anything else to come before the board? It's your last chance.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Discussion.
Dillinger.
Roll call.
Commissioner Altman,
Aye.
Commissioner Harebrant,
Aye.
Commissioner Dillinger.
Very good. We're adjourned. We
Thank you
made
very
it.
much.
We made it, Margaret.
We did.
Yes.